Hi, I'm Nate with Average Jack Archery Pro Shopping Range here in Phillipsburg, PA. And if you can't tell by the smile on my face, this is the most excited I've been for a bow launch in a while. This is the brand new Exalt LD from Elite Archery for 2025. I can already taste the 330x count Vegas faces and the giant 10 points I'm going to be shooting with this kind of bow. This is very exciting for me. Elite has not made an honest-to-God crossover bow in quite some time until they made the Exalt, which they launched around in target season there, end of August timeframe, around the Coleman Classic there at the ASA. And the biggest snafu with that bow is it stopped at 30 inches of draw length. And everybody, myself included, said, why on God's green earth would you make a 35-inch axle-to-axle bow platform that stops at 30 inches? And we all hoped this was coming, and it is coming. This is the LD, which means long draw, which goes out to 32 inches of draw length, 26 and a half to 32 inches. So us big guys, 31, 31 and a half, 32 inches, we can finally rejoice. I think we've got a phenomenal crossover or straight up target or hunting bow platform. In terms of major differences from its little brother, the Exalt, which is the exact same axle to axle size, you have a little bit larger brace height to help accommodate the larger cam. This is the larger cam that we saw on the Ethos last year. It's the same 3-track binary cam. It's different than the Artis that is being launched this year and the Carbon Eon. It does not have that interior yoke. So if you have an Ethos, an Allure, a Cairo, an Omnia, any of those style of bows, it's going to be very familiar to you. Still has the 1/4-inch draw length adjustments. You have the cable stop, lens stop. You have 70 to 90% let off right on the cam. Set technology. All the bells and whistles we saw on the Exalt are on the Exalt LD. We do have the Picatinny integrated machine part of the limb pocket, both top and bottom, allow you to integrate that bipod leg system from the RAC system that Elite is coming out with, the bow sling, whatever you want to do. I'm just over the moon excited that they made a bow that I started shooting Elite bows with the Energy 35 back in 2016, and that bow put Elite on the map. And I think anybody who's a diehard Elite shooter will be able to tell you that the Energy 35 and 32 put the Elite name on the map. And I think the Exalt LD is as closest as we've come to the Energy 35 since then. So about 10 years later, we finally have a bow that I would put right up on par with the Energy 35 that I still have hanging in my shop at home. We still have obviously some cooler bells and whistles on this bow than we saw on bows of the past. We have all the integration opportunities with the Picatinny mount on the front. We also have the integrate mount opportunity in the back. I just have a bullet on Whisker Biscuit to try out the bow. You can run the dovetail mount that you can get from QAD, the R2, the MX2. You can get the Elite branded MX2 now. Or you can run the Hamskea core mount. It's drilled and tapped on the back to accept that integrate Hamskea core mount, which I'm very excited about because I'm a big Hamskea guy. I love limb-driven style rests. They correlate really well for both target and hunting. And since this is a crossover bow, and I do so much crossover shooting, paper indoor during the winter, 3D outside, etc., I'm very happy to see that part because not a whole lot of bow companies offer that core mount drilled and tap option from Hamskea. I'm just so excited about this bow platform. This is something that I'm really tickled is going to be a really good crossover bow. Going down to 26 and a half inches, this could be an indoor bow for somebody who's shorter in stature. I shot a 35-inch bow for many years as an indoor bow. I shot the Ethos, which is 33 inches, last year for 3D. A couple podium finishes, scored really, really high scores for me. And so I'm really excited to offer this little bit longer platform to play with it both indoors and out, and of course, take it in the hunting woods. But of course, nobody cares about the specs of the bow if it doesn't look good and feel good to shoot. And I've put a few arrows through it already, and I can say, yeah, it's good to shoot. I have set this bow up for us big guys. So sorry, people who are looking for IBO speeds, 30-70 or like 28 and a half, 29-70. I'm setting this up because as a fellow big guy, 6'4", 31-inch draw length, I want the fellow big guys out there watching this video to see, out to 32 inches. That's a 6'6", almost 6'7" guy. So I just want to show what that's like. Has the ability to run the performance mods or the smooth mods. It's going to come from the factory with the performance mods, which is how I shot the Ethos last year. I thought it'd be really aggressive for 3D. Turns out it was actually very nice. I do move the limbs, or the cable stops rather. It does have the ability to run limb stops, and I usually do. I don't have them on this bow. I did run them into close to about 85-ish% let off. So a little bit more indicative of how more people would shoot it. Of course, you could go all the way into 70 if you really want to have a super aggressive, very short valley on the back end. So this is 3170, and gosh, it's just so nice. It's just 3170, and there it is. Little bit of that hump there in the back end from the performance mods. Let's go ahead and let this down. Yeah, so it definitely has a little bit of a deeper valley there to it, but it just feels awesome. And I'm not a 70-pound guy. It's just not my normal forte, but that string angle is great. You could go tip of the nose, you can go cord of the mouth like I do. It just feels really good. I'm going to take this shot here, which is going to sound really loud, because that bag target's like 2 feet away. Zero vibration. You would think out of a riser that's this long that they would have some sort of massive amount of vibration, tuning fork feel. It just doesn't. We didn't see tuning fork feel with the Verdict, which is obviously the biggest brother in the Elite family, at almost 38 inches axle to axle with a super long riser. Man, I obviously can't just give an unbiased review because I've been waiting myself for this bow. And so I'm really excited. You know, if you want it, personally, I would too, at the longer draw lengths, upgrade to the smooth mod. You're going to get plenty of speed. We'll take this downstairs and put it through the chrono and actually see what kind of speeds we're getting at this long draw length. And realistically, either shoot performance mods at a lower poundage or shoot the smooth mods at a higher poundage. I think there's so much you could get with this bow as a crossover, as a hunting bow. It's more than just, you know, the OD Green 70-pound, 35-inch axle-to-axle bow. I think this has a lot of opportunities to be used in many different platforms. I'm usually a pretty even keel individual. I don't get super wound up about a lot of things, but this bow has me fired up. Let's shoot it through the chrono here. So again, 3170, and I'm going to shoot a 396 grain arrow out of it. So this is like your IBO guys, right? And even if you could extrapolate this down to 3070, 2970, whatever, I'm just very curious how light of an arrow this is out of this bow with how big the brace height is, and of course the axle-to-axle length. Ooh, that arrow barely fits. 316 feet a second. What? This bow has a 7 1/8 inch brace height. So this is like the Energy 35, a little bit faster cam, well, a lot bit faster cam, obviously. Still very nice draw cycle. I would love to put the smooth mods on it. And with a 396 grain arrow going 316, duplicate, 316 feet a second. Wow, that's quick. Here's the around the arrow weight I shot last year in 3D season. This is a 420 grain arrow, although you could easily hunt with an arrow that weighs this much. Let's see what 420 looks like. 307. For comparison, when I shot my Verdict last year, it was nowhere near that quick. We were well into the low 290s. So that is for a 7 1/8 inch brace height, 75-inch axle-to-axle bow with all the modularity, the set adjustment. Let's shoot 420 again. Same. Wow! That's mind-blowing. All right, 460 grain arrow. $295. 460 grains is going 295. Here's basically 500 grains, about 496.8. .500 grain arrow is going 284 feet a second. I'm over the moon. And before anybody in the comments is like, it's a sponsored video. No, I paid for this bow. This and the entire preview package from Elite. I paid for it before it showed up at my door. This is a platform I think that Elite should be selling hand over fist this fall. I think indoor season, 3D hunting, big guy, short guy, even ladies that have that 26 and a half, 27, 27 and a half inch draw. At 4.8 mass weight pounds, it's definitely a lot of bow, I think, for the hunting side. But as the sub 5 pound category for a target bow as a crossover, gosh, I think it's a home run. I think it's an absolute winner. So anyway, that is my very glowing initial look at the Elite Exalt LD. 35-inch axle up to 32-inch bow platform for 2025 from Elite Archery. If you're interested in this bow, the new Artis, the new Carbon Eon, the new Hunter 33, or anything else that Elite offers in their accessories or bows, you are more than welcome to drop a comment down below here on YouTube. Send me an email, averagejackarchery@gmail.com. Hit me up on Facebook and Instagram, averagejackarchery. Or of course, if you're in the central Pennsylvania area and you need an Elite dealer to call home, you are welcome to stop down and see our shop where we have a litany of different bow manufacturers, airs, broadheads, releases, and everything else at 21 North Front Street in Phillipsburg, PA. Hope you're able to get outside, enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose. Definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation, and we'll get to see you next time.